Fashion Trivia, Speed Round 6. Track how many questions you can get right. Question: which jewelry company became famous for selling diamonds online with its "A Diamond is Forever" slogan? The answer is De Beers. Fun fact: the slogan, coined in 1947, is considered one of the most successful ad campaigns ever. Question: which Los Angeles-based brand became popular for affordable everyday diamonds? The answer is Mejuri. Fun fact: Mejuri disrupted the fine jewelry industry by focusing on direct-to-consumer sales. Which luxury brand launched the Earth Polo made from recycled plastic bottles? The answer is Ralph Lauren. Fun fact: each Earth Polo is made from about 12 plastic bottles. Question: which jeweler crafted the Panther collection, symbolizing elegance and power? The answer is Cartier. Fun fact: the Panther motif became a symbol of Cartier in the early 20th century. Question: which designer sparked outrage in 2018 for a monkey in the jungle hoodie worn by a black child model? The answer is H&M. Fun fact: the incident led to accusations of racial insensitivity and global backlash. Question: which luxury brand faced backlash in 2019 for a turtleneck sweater resembling blackface? The answer is Gucci. Fun fact: Gucci withdrew the design and issued an apology after public outcry. Question: which brand was accused of cultural appropriation for using Native American headdresses at fashion shows? The answer is Victoria's Secret. Fun fact: the brand later apologized and discontinued the practice. Question: which British designer was fired from Dior after a 2011 scandal involving anti-Semitic remarks? The answer is John Galliano. Fun fact: Galliano's fall shocked the fashion world. He later staged a comeback. Question: which fashion brand's 2018 ad campaign showing a model eating pizza with chopsticks sparked outrage in China? The answer is Dolce & Gabbana. Fun fact: the controversy led to boycotts in the Chinese market. Question: which American designer caused a stir in 1993 by sending models down the runway topless with painted breasts? The answer is Marc Jacobs. Fun fact: the show shocked critics but cemented Jacobs as a bold innovator. Question: which fashion house was criticized for burning unsold stock worth millions to protect brand exclusivity? The answer is Burberry. Fun fact: the scandal sparked discussions about sustainability in luxury fashion. Question: which celebrity caused a stir by wearing a naked dress of Swarovski crystals to the 2015 Met Gala? The answer is Rihanna. Fun fact: the gown was designed by Guo Pei and became one of the Met's most talked about looks. Question: which rapper walked the Balenciaga runway amid controversy, sparking criticism of the brand? The answer is Kanye West. Fun fact: Balenciaga later distanced itself from the rapper following further scandals. Question: which brand was accused of copying traditional Mexican designs, leading to government backlash? The answer is Carolina Herrera. Fun fact: the Mexican government accused the house of cultural appropriation in 2019. Question: Which brand sparked protests by releasing a hoodie with noose-shaped drawstrings? The answer is Burberry. Fun fact: the design appeared in 2019 and was quickly pulled from stores. Question: which model was banned from the Victoria's Secret fashion show for refusing to wear wings? The answer is Gigi Hadid. Fun fact: rumors swirled, but she later walked for the brand again. Question: which designer's fall 1995 show featured heroin-chic models, sparking a moral panic? The answer is Calvin Klein. Fun fact: the campaign with Kate Moss drew criticism for glamorizing drug use. Question: which fashion innovation did Levi Strauss introduce in the 1870s? The answer is riveted denim jeans. Fun fact: rivets dramatically increased the strength of denim pants, making them ideal for laborers like miners, railroad workers, and ranchers. Question: which invention by Whitcomb Judson in 1893 revolutionized clothing fastenings? The answer is zipper. Fun fact: the zipper was popularized when used in men's trousers in the 1930s. Question: which synthetic fabric, first sold in 1938, was marketed as stronger than steel? The answer is nylon. Fun fact: nylon stockings became a sensation during World War II. Question: which fashion innovation did Coco Chanel popularize in the 1920s, making it a wardrobe staple? The answer is little black dress. Fun fact: the LBD became a symbol of timeless elegance. Question: which designer is credited with inventing the wrap dress in the 1970s? The answer is Diane von Furstenberg. Fun fact: her wrap dress became a symbol of women's liberation and confidence. Question: which shoe brand pioneered air cushioning technology in sneakers? The answer is Nike. Fun fact: Nike Air technology debuted in the late 1970s with visible air soles by 1987. Question: which designer first introduced the bubble skirt in the 1950s? The answer is Pierre Cardin. Fun fact: the bubble skirt was a futuristic sculptural innovation. Question: which company developed the fabric Gore-Tex, now widely used in outerwear? The answer is W.L. Gore and Associates. Fun fact: Gore-Tex is breathable yet waterproof, changing outdoor fashion. Thanks for watching. Comment below to let us know how many questions you got right. If you like this video, tap like, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share with friends. See you in the next video.